Hi students, good morning. Today I will teach you about allotropic forms. Okay students. Now here allotropy is the new concept. Actually it is also one type of new concept like catenation property. Already in my last class we have completed about that catenation. It is also like that new concept. Okay students. Now, first of all, what is meant by allotropy and allotropic forms? Now, here allotropy means the existence of an element, in different physical forms, but it behaves and it shows similar chemical property is called as allotropy. Okay, students. Now, the phenomena is known as that allotropy. Okay, allotropy. Now here the element which is existing in different physical forms or different physical states, but whatever it may be, if they are existing in the different physical states, but all those physical state containing particular element behaves as a similar chemical property. Now that means all different physical forms exhibit or behaves the same chemical property. So that phenomena is called as that allotropy. Okay. Now from that allotropy word, now that the elements exhibit that a different type of allotropic forms. Now in periodic table we will check which element exhibits the different type of allotropic. That means which element exhibits that allotropic forms. We will check one by one student. Now first of all you have to take that first one is what about this one? From third year group elements boron, next the aluminum and gallium and indium and next the thallium. Okay students. So next one carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and next the lead. Okay students. Boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. Okay. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, strontium and next the bismuth. And the next one is oxygen, sulfur, selenium and next one is tellurium and last one the polonium. Okay. Now here in these elements, which elements exhibit different type of allotropic forms, or which elements shows that allotropic character. First of all we have to identify those elements, then I will discuss about that one by one allotropic forms of that particular element. Okay students. Now in third A group elements, so first one is the boron element exhibit the allotropic form. Okay students, boron exhibit the allotropic form. Now in fourth A group elements, carbon exhibit the allotropic form, silicon exhibit the allotropic form, and here it is also tin exhibit the allotropic form. Okay students. Next one, nitrogen exhibit the different type of allotropic forms. Okay students. And here and then in the next group is the oxygen exhibit the allotropic form, sulfur exhibit the allotropic form, and next one the polonium also exhibit the allotropic form. Okay students. So now these elements exhibit allotropic character. These elements exhibit shows that allotropic property. Okay students. In third year group element, boron exhibit the allotropic property. Carbon group elements, that means carbon, silicon, tin exhibit the different type of allotropic forms. And in next group, phosphorus exhibit the different type of allotropic forms. And next group, oxygen, sulfur and polonium exhibit the different type of allotropic forms. Okay students. So these elements exhibit allotropic forms. Now first one is the now here third group boron, and next group carbon, and next silicon element, and next one the Sn. Okay students. And next one the phosphorus and oxygen, sulfur and next one the polonium. Okay, these elements exhibit in different physical properties or different allotropic forms. Okay students. I will write those elements in the clear form. Now first one is the boron element, and next the carbon element, silicon element, Okay students, next tin element and phosphorus, oxygen, and next phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, and next one is what about this last one is the polonium. Okay students, so these elements exhibit that different type of allotropic forms. Okay, now so this is the polonium. Okay, elements. Now here boron, carbon, silicon, tin. Okay, now phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, polonium. Okay, now these are exhibit different type of physical properties. First here I will discuss about that boron atom. Okay, students. Now here boron element. Okay, students. Boron element exhibit different type of allotropic forms. But the most important allotropic form of boron is two allotropic forms. One is the crystalline allotropy and next is the amorphous allotropy. Now in this crystalline and amorphous allotropy, which is built up now the B12 icosahedron structure. Okay students. Now the boron allotropy which is existing in that B12, that is the okay students, icosahedron or icosahedral unit structure. Okay students. So this is the important structure for that boron atom. Boron which is existing in allotropic form, now that is in the form of a B12. Now the B12 consisting of icosahedral units. Okay students, icosahedral units. Now icosahedral units means now the 5 boron atoms. Okay, now 5 boron atoms is connected with that another boron atom. Okay students. Now the 5 boron atoms are distant. Okay, that means the distance equal length to the top of next given boron atom. Okay students. And here 5 boron atoms are connecting with that equal distance with that another boron atom or given boron atom. Okay students. Now here also same 5 boron atoms are connecting with that another boron atom. Okay students. Now it can forms that icosahedron unit structure. Okay, icosahedron unit structure. In this unit structure, which is consisting of now first of all this one is the 20 phases. Okay, so 20 phases. That is the okay. Now what about this one? Now that is the lateral phase. That means equilateral phases, equilateral triangle phases. Okay. Equilateral triangle phases. Now that means the equilateral okay triangle phases. Okay. Now the 20 equilateral triangle phases are present, and next one is 12 corners are present. Okay, students. And next one is the 30 edges are existing, and here 5 boron atoms. Okay, students. 5 boron atoms equal distance with another. Okay students, now that is the another boron atom. That means 5 boron atoms are equidistant with that another boron atom. Okay students. And in some cases 3 centered 2 electron bonds also involved in this okay, now in this allotropic form of boron. Okay students. 3 centered, that means 3 centered are present, 2 electrons. Okay, actually if it want if it will form that 3 bonds, it requires the 3 electrons, but here 3 centered, that means 3 places, 2 electron. Actually here electron deficiency is takes place. Okay, now that's why 3 centered 2 electron bonds also involved in that boron formation. Okay students, that means that okay, now B12 allotropic boron form. Okay, now it is the information or it is the statement about the top in boron. Okay, allotropic form. Next we will discuss about that. We will talk about that carbon allotropic form. Okay, next one is the carbon allotropic form. So first of all, now you should take that carbon atom. Now the carbon exists at different type of allotropic forms. Now actually in case of carbon atom, now it show that the carbon atom show the different type of allotropic forms due to it should due to depends upon two factors. Now one is the first one is the catenation property and the second one is the p pi bond formation. Okay students, now what is the reason, what is meant by p pi bond formation here? P pi bond formation means now the p electrons of one atom, p electrons of another atom. Okay, now it undergoes to the top pi bond formation. Okay students, it undergoes to the top pi bond formation. Now this type of pi bond formation is called as p pi bond formation. Okay, now due to the, that means carbon exhibit different type of allotropic forms. What is the reason why the carbon exhibits a different type of allotropic forms here? Due to first of all, carbon undergoes to the p pi bond formation. Second property is the catenation property. Already we learned about the catenation. Once again I will recall that catenation. Catenation means self-linkage of atom with other elements, that means same other elements through covalent bond. That phenomena is called as the catenation phenomena. Okay students, self-linkage of atom. Okay students, self-linkage of atom with other elements through covalent bond. Now that phenomena is called as the catenation phenomena. Okay students, now that means in the catenation properties, now it is able to form that longer chains and it can form the cyclic compounds. Okay friends, branched chains, and the next one is the, so depends upon the size, it can form that different type of molecules, especially or depends upon that catenation phenomena. Okay friends, now due to the catenation and due to the pi bond formation, now it is able to exhibit the carbon exhibit or carbon shows them two physical, now that is two types of allotropic forms. Now one is the crystalline allotropic form and the second one is the amorphous allotropic form. Okay students, now that is the allotropic forms of carbon. Now here allotropic forms of carbon. Now the carbon exhibit the different type of allotropism based on the character. Okay, now this both in that first one is the crystalline allotropy. Okay, students, crystalline allotropy, and next one is the amorphous. Okay, students, amorphous. Okay, amorphous allotropy. Now in the crystalline exhibit. Now first example is diamond is the one of the best allotropic form, and next one is the graphite, and the next one is fullerene. Okay students, so these are the important allotropic form, and next one is the nanotubes. Okay now, so these are the allotropic forms. Okay students, crystalline allotropy. Now in this crystalline allotropy, first one is the diamond is the crystalline allotropy. Graphite is the crystalline allotropy. Fullerene is the crystalline allotropy. Nanotubes also comes under crystalline allotropy. Now what are the amorphous allotropy? Now the first amorphous allotropy is now that is the coke, and the next one is the coal allotropy. Okay friends, next one is now that is carbon black. Okay na, so this is the one of the allotropy, carbon black, and the next one is charcoal. Okay na, now that is charcoal. Okay, so now this one is now that is charcoal. So this is the allotropic forms of that carbon. So coke, okay now, coal, carbon black, and charcoal. Okay now, charcoal. Now that means animal charcoal and next the plant charcoal. Okay students, now these are comes under amorphous amorphous allotropies of carbon. Now here mainly carbon exhibit the two types of allotropic forms. One is the crystalline allotropy and next one is the amorphous allotropy. crystalline means the elements are existing in that crystalline structure. That means in that solid formation. So amorphous also same solid, but that is the amorphous is nothing but powdered like compound. Okay, friends, you know already talcum powder in our at our homes. Okay, friends, like that one. So the structure of amorphous is look like a talcum powder. That means powder like state. Now the crystalline means the salt, common salt like. Okay, friends. Now the crystalline compound exists in that the following types, and amorphous also exhibit those following types. Okay, students. Now in the crystalline, diamond, graphite, fullerene, next to the nanotubes. Now there, coke, coal. Okay. Now carbon black, next to the charcoal. So these are the different type of allotropic forms of that carbon element. Okay, students. I hope now these are very clear to you. And next one is the silicon allotropic forms. Okay, students. Now the silicon allotropic forms means silicon element exhibit two types of allotropes. One is the amorphous crystalline allotrope, and next one is the amorphous allotrope. Okay, students. Now the crystalline allotropy of silicon is more stable than the top amorphous allotropy of silicon. Okay, students. Crystalline allotropy of silicon element is more stable than the top amorphous allotropy of silicon element. So this is the information about that silicon. And next one is the, you should take that tin. Okay, what is the tin here? Tin symbol. The element tin symbol is Sn. Now that element which is existing in that 3. Okay, now that means 3. What about that one here? Balancing are 3 equal states. Okay, students, that means that is the stable states. Now first of all you should write now this is the tin which is existing in that allotropic form, that is the now this is the gray allotropic form, and here this one is the tin. Okay, students, now here which is existing in that white color allotropic, and with that tin in that rhombohedral. Okay, students. Rhombo, okay, rhombohedral. Okay, now there is the rhombohedral. Now here white, gray, white. Okay, next one is the rhombohedral allotropic forms. So these are the allotropic forms of that tin element. Tin, which is present in that gray state, okay, which is present in that white state. But actually these are the colors, but this one is the different physical state. Okay, students. Now this is it is a one type of physical state. It is also same different, and that means each and every state of tin element existing in that different allotropic forms. That means different physical state. Now of course here it may be gray color, it may be white color, but it's not a color. Okay, now it's not about the color. Okay, now there is a rhombohedral is the different type of now state. Now these are the allotropic form of that okay, students. Now that is the tin. Okay, now here tin is over, and next we will take that next allotropic form of phosphorus. Okay, students. Now here phosphorus belongs to the top 50 group elements. Okay, now nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, strontium, bismuth. Okay, students. Now here the phosphorus is existing in the 3 different allotropic forms. So first one is the white phosphorus. Okay, students. White phosphorus. Now here second one is the red phosphorus. Okay, students. Next one is the third one is the black phosphorus. So these are the allotropic forms of that phosphorus element. Now first of all we should take that monomeric unit of phosphorus. Now the phosphorus element which is existing in that monomeric unit. Okay, students. Now these are the structure of that phosphorus element. Now all of you look at the board. Phosphorus element, phosphorus element, phosphorus element is in the phosphorus element. Now that is the p-pole structure. Okay, students. So this one is the p-pole structure of phosphorus. Phosphorus, 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 and phosphorus. Okay, now this is the p-pole structure. Now the phosphor which is existing in the top white phosphorus and next in the red color phosphorus, next in the black phosphorus. White is the more stable than the top red color. Red is the stable than the top black. Okay, students. White is more stable than the red. Red is more stable than the black. But here black color phosphorus also again classified into two types. One is the alpha black phosphorus and the second one is the beta black phosphorus. Alpha black phosphorus is obtained from that white phosphorus. Beta black phosphorus is prepared or obtained from that red phosphorus. Okay, students. So these are the allotropic forms of that phosphorus. Now the red phosphorus is always existing in that polymeric structure. Now that is, this is the phosphorus and here phosphorus. Okay, students, phosphorus element. Now these are the structures for that. Okay, students, phosphorus. Now again this one is okay. Now here another phosphorus. Now phosphorus element, phosphorus and here phosphorus. Now these are the structures and phosphorus and phosphorus. Okay, students. So these are the polymeric structure of red phosphorus. Okay. Now here and last one is the black. Okay, now that is the black phosphorus. Now the black phosphorus consisting of the alpha black phosphorus and next one is the beta black phosphorus. Now the alpha black phosphorus is obtained from that okay white phosphorus and beta black phosphorus is obtained from that what about this one red phosphorus. Okay, now so these are the allotropic forms of phosphorus. Phosphorus existing in the three forms: white forms, red color, red phosphorus, and the black phosphorus. Okay, students. Next one is the next topic is oxygen. So oxygen is always existing in the two allotropic form. That is the O2 state, and it's the actually it's not allotropic form. Okay. Now there is the O2 diatomic molecule, is the triatomic molecule, students. Okay. Next one is the sulfur. Now here sulfur existing as that different type of allotropic forms, students. Now first one is the now the first classification. Now the first type is rhombohedral sulfur. Okay, students, rhombohedral sulfur. So which is also always existing that octahedral in shape. Okay, students. Now this is known as that alpha sulfur. Okay, students. Now this is called as that alpha sulfur. Sulfur which is existing in the crystalline form and it's in the amorphous form. So in the crystalline form, now the rhombohedral sulfur and it is existing in the octahedral manner and it's in the alpha sulfur. And the next side type is the okay, students. Next one is monoclinic sulfur. Okay, monoclinic sulfur. Now the monoclinic sulfur is existing as a S8 sulfur. Okay, now it is also known as okay. Now that is the puckered shape sulfur. Okay, students. So these are the allotropic forms of that sulfur. So in the allotropic forms of sulfur, having two most important allotropes. One is the rhombohedral and it's the monoclinic sulfur. The rhombohedral also known as that alpha sulfur. Monoclinic sulfur also known as that what about this that one beta sulfur form. Okay, students, beta sulfur form. And the next one is the okay. What about the last one is the polonium. Polonium also existing in that two allotropic forms. So first one is the what about this one, student? Now here polonium existing in that two allotropic forms. Now that is the first one is a crystalline form which is existing in that cubic in structure. Okay, na? Cubic in structure. And here this one is the amorphous forms which is existing in that rhombohedral sulfur. Okay, now that is rhombohedral structure. So polonium exists in the two forms. One is the crystalline and the second one is the amorphous. Crystalline existing in the cubic in nature, amorphous existing in that now that is the rhombohedral in nature. So now these elements exhibit in different type of allotropic forms. Okay. Now tell me, students, here which element exists then or exhibit the allotropic forms. Okay. Boron, carbon, silicon, tin, okay, na, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, and next one the polonium. Okay. Now what is the most important unit in the boron? Okay, now that is the B12 icosahedron structure. Okay, students, icosahedron structure. Which type of bonds are present in this one? Three centered two electron bonds also involved in that one. Okay, now that is the 20 faces, and that means equilateral faces, equilateral triangle faces, and the next one is 12 corners and 30 edges. And in carbon, okay students, now crystalline amorphous, in crystalline diamond, graphite, fullerene, and next one is the nanotubes. In that means in that amorphous, coke, coal, okay students, black, now carbon black, and next is the lamp black, and next one is the silicon. Silicon exists in the two types. One is the crystalline and the amorphous. Okay, crystalline is more stable than the top of amorphous. And next one is that tin. Okay, students, tin exists in the three allotropic forms: gray, and next white, and third one the rhombohedral. And next one the phosphorus. Phosphorus exists in the three allotropic forms. Okay, students. Now there is the basic unit of phosphorus is p4. Okay, now p4 is the molecular structure or the atomic structure, that means polyatomic structure, white color. Okay, now next one is the red color, next one the whatever the black phosphorus. White is most important and more stable. Now the black and red also prepared from that white color phosphorus. Okay, students, and next the sulfur. Sulfur has two types of allotropies. Okay, two types of allotropies. One is that what about the students here? Amorphous and the crystalline. So first crystalline is that rhombohedral, and the second one is that of okay, monoclinic sulfur. Rhombohedral is also known as that alpha sulfur. Monoclinic sulfur, beta sulfur. Okay, now this one is the octahedral in shape. Now that is the S8 structure. Okay, students. Last one is polonium. Now the polonium exists in the two states. Now there is the okay, what about this one? Crystalline and amorphous. Crystalline exists in cubic section. Amorphous exists in that rhombohedral structure. Okay, students. So enough. So I will stop here. Thank you.